Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something which has been on my mind relatively quite a lot in the past couple of weeks, especially since I've had my recent birthday and especially since things sort of health-wise have been getting a lot better with me. Of course, absolutely fantastic, but of course sometimes it's difficult sort of mentally to get your mind frame right up to where you are when in your physical health. And for a while I've sort of been dwelling on things, and as you've probably seen from one or two of my videos, sort of struggling sort of with how I've been feeling sort of in my mind recently. So sort of those really thoughts really keeping you quite down in low mood, that sort of feeling of, in a way, slight hopelessness and not necessarily knowing the answer to things. Some days, of course, we all have good days and we all have bad days. But for me lately, I think since my health has been getting better, I have kind of been struggling. But last couple of days have certainly been good. Those people around me are absolutely fantastic. My parents are absolutely incredible and support me a lot. And they always make time for me to sort of talk things through them, which I think is absolutely really, really vital to anybody and is incredible. So the thing that I really wanted to talk about today is something which I'm really trying to get my head around, and I'm really, really trying to concentrate on. And actually it's really strange. So hopefully you would have known that I'm actually a twin, and my twin brother actually struggles with this as well. And whether or not it's sort of the pressures of sort of being in your 20s, and that's sort of almost, I always find this sort of decade, as I'm 26 now, and I always find that this sort of, especially the last couple of years, so I'm sort of categorizing this in your 20s, that there's a lot of pressure to achieve, and there's a lot of pressure to sort of get everything right and sort of be comfortable with things and really sort of excel and really, really fire forward in life and know exactly what you're doing. And of course a lot of people will know that's not the case, and that's absolutely fine. If things aren't spot on or things aren't perfect, that's absolutely fine. And for me, what I really wanted to talk about today is chasing and sort of, chasing that success. So obsessing with success and wanting to sort of really, really grab hold of that desire of wanting everything to be fine and perfect and to have everything in its place by a certain time. And for me, chasing that sort of perfect sort of on I suppose if you were to put it down on paper, that sort of perfect life, that perfect sort of category of events where everything's been done and ticked so you can go on and enjoy your life. But of course that can really, really stress you out, and it does, and it can really, really affect you, sort of your mental health, your well-being. It can certainly affect that, and overall eventually it can start to affect your physical health as well. And of course on a daily basis as well, if you're feeling low and you're feeling low in mood, that's really not going to help, especially when you've got yourself such a really strong, stringent pattern of things you want to achieve by a certain time. So for me, what my purpose of doing this clip actually is, for a while now, I have really been trying to chase success, and yeah, I'm really doing well, but to be honest with you, it's difficult. It really is difficult. Of course, there's ups and downs in any journey trying to be where you want to be. But the most important thing is knowing what you want to be and what you see as successful. So for everybody else, it's different. For me, it's to be in a finance or an accountancy role. I work in a bank, which I'm very happy with at the moment. But ultimately, my success is to be a fully qualified chartered accountant, to have a lovely, huge, big house, to be married with a wife and quite a lot of children. I've always said to myself that I really love a huge family. My grandmother, my nan, who I'm very, very close with, had 7 children, so I've always sort of looked at that in awe and thought that would be absolutely incredible. So that's success for me. So fully qualified chartered accountant, huge house and a huge family, and a person who I can turn to along the way and really have that incredible bond. I've seen that sort of amongst my parents. I've seen that amongst my dad's parents, as my grandparents, and unfortunately I lost my grandfather on my mum's side very, very young. I was only a very small child, so I didn't have a great lot of memories, but I know their bond as well. So I've always been quite in awe of that sort of real lovely connection which you have that person to turn to for things, and that's what I want, and for me that's success. Career-wise, of course, that's always up and down. You can have so many sort of knockbacks, but the important thing is to get back up again. I try to keep telling myself that. It's really, really difficult, and believe you me, I've really had a lot of knockbacks, especially in the world of finance. But you've just got to keep going. I keep trying to tell myself that. But the big ultimate thing here, going back to my main purpose of this clip, on my channel is that desire of chasing success, which can be really detrimental to a whole host of things. So for me, the main thing which I'm really trying to concentrate on, and actually my twin brother is as well, is yes, we have that fantastic successful goal at the end, and I've just told you what mine is. My brother has a very different one as well. Everybody does, of course. It would be a strange world if we were all the same. But do not get overwhelmed. I'm trying to keep telling myself this. Do not get overwhelmed, bogged down, stressed out that things possibly aren't going perfectly for you to that end goal. Because it's really, really easy to get tied up on thinking that I'm not getting there to that end huge goal. And of course, you're missing out on the small things. So 1 or 2 days can go by and you've been so stressed, you've been so wound up because things haven't gone your way. And I'm talking about myself here, things haven't gone my way at times, but I've really, really stressed and sort of manifested this huge problem in my mind in stressing and worrying. And a day's gone by, 2 days have gone by, a week's gone by. Those, of course, in your family care, absolutely they do. But the people who you work with, they don't. They'll be there to support you, but you're the one that's lost that time. You're the one that can't go back on that day. And unfortunately, you've missed those small, amazing things which make life absolutely so incredible. So I've actually read something somewhere online that take a moment in life, slow down, because the roses are actually quite beautiful. And that translates to me is that if you're getting on that journey, that real strong path of getting to your end successful goal, but actually take your time, slow down, enjoy and really treasure the small things. So when it says in that passage, the roses are actually quite beautiful, in real life that actually means to me that actually the small things in life actually sometimes mean the most. And they're actually quite amazing and really treasured things to hold on to. So that's what I keep telling myself at the moment. It's so easy to say it. It's so easy to say that you should be doing these things. But, do you know, we all know that it's so difficult. And life throws us rubbish all the time. But do you know what? I keep trying to tell myself that life isn't easy. And anybody who expects it to be easy, you've not got it right. You've not got it in mind. Things don't just get handed out to people. And do you know what? Yes, they do to certain individuals, but you never know. Sometimes at face value, when you see it on the television or you see it online, that this person's come into this amount of money, or they've got this scholarship, for example, or they've got this amazing job, that actually you don't necessarily know the hard work, what they've had to do to get that. You've only seen that they've achieved this or they've been given this. But actually, we all work hard at things, and sometimes that means different for everybody. So what my working hard would be different from somebody else's, would be different to my twin brothers, would be different to those people around us. But the thing is, what I try to keep telling myself is as well, not to give up, to actually slow down and to enjoy the small things in life as well. One thing actually recently what my father said to me is, why, and this was actually worrying about money. I mean, of course, education and training is fantastic, but of course it can be expensive. And believe you me, it has been. And it was actually, I was really worried, and I spoke to my dad about this one night, and he said to me, why on earth worry about money when you've got your whole life to look forward to? And do you know what? That really made me glow and smile inside. And my parents have been absolutely so supportive in so many ways. Emotionally, financially, and it's just been incredible. And I really couldn't wish for better parents at all, better grandparents whatsoever on both sides of my parents. And I try to remember that. And a couple of days ago, actually, I was talking to my mum in regards to really worrying about not getting to that end goal. I'm 26 now. I really wanted things to start falling into place, sort of that perfect life. Of course, we all know that's not such the case in a lot of cases. So slow down and enjoy the small things. But what my mum actually said to me was, why worry about time? Why does there have to be, why do you have to be a certain age? Does it matter? And when you actually break that down and you think about it, no, it doesn't. And like my mum was saying to me recently, that if you start to calm down, relax about things, it might well start to come together, and it will happen when it happens. And you know what? I'm really trying to lately, really try to concentrate on that as well. As you can probably tell from my clip, it is so important to have those people around you to talk to. It doesn't have to be family. It doesn't even have to be people who you relatively know that well. Even if it's just people at work who you feel comfortable to talk to. Talk to them about it, because believing me, I know all too well that chasing success can be detrimental on your emotional health and your physical health as well. And believe you me, when it starts to tell on you, it's really, really difficult to come back up. I was actually recently speaking to somebody who I work with, and it's really important to keep an eye out for people around you. And when you see a change, just ask them if they're okay. Recently, I've asked a person who I work with, are they okay? And I got it, yes, yeah, I'm fine. Really hesitant though. And you could almost tell that this person wanted to really open up and talk about things. So I left it a few days and I asked this person again. And I said, are you actually okay though? Because you don't really seem yourself. And this person felt that comfortable and they really started to talk to me. And it was really, really sad to see this person, this happy, bubbly person, actually almost break down to be this person who really didn't know what was going on, to feel flat and to really feel full of emotion. And those couple of minutes of asking if that person was okay and suggesting a few things, you could see that instant perk in that person. So even though sometimes what we're going through is really quite awful and really quite dark and dismal on us sometimes what can even help ourselves, if we take a moment and we concentrate on those around us who we work with and our family members, or even if it's just a person in the street you're passing, say good morning, say good afternoon, ask them a question. The people you work with, ask them a question. Share an interest. Take notice of things. And you would be surprised. It's happened to me, and that's why I'm saying it. And it really does help my emotional well-being, and it really does help me feel better as a person as well. And it's just incredible. And actually, again, it comes back to that, doesn't it? And chasing success. Yes, you've got a start goal. Yes, you've got an end goal. But really slowing things down, enjoying things along the way, taking note of important things along the way, can help you towards that end goal. And you can enjoy your way, your sort of venture getting to that end goal. And when you're at that end goal, you can really enjoy those steps of getting there, rather than actually, okay, you might well get handed it to you. Some people do, which is incredible. Some people don't, they have to work incredibly hard. I think that's me, But when you're there, I'm trying to tell myself that now. How awful would it be to think that you're there and think, oh, okay, this is amazing, but all that time I've wasted and I didn't really enjoy the time of getting here? That sounds awful, doesn't it? It sounds actually quite sad when I say it out loud. So my whole purpose of this today, this clip here on my channel, is chasing success. A huge thing which I'm trying to do all the time. So is my twin brother. So is members of my family doing it as well. But really slow down. And as you know from my channel, this is me sort of having that conversation. My channel was all about me having another working tool to help you along the bumpy road of life. And this is me sort of saying to myself, so eventually I can look back on this and think, yeah, that was really good. That really helped me. And if I can help anybody else, even one person, absolutely incredible. And you know what? Taking your time, really slowing down on things and enjoying the small things in life can really, really help. And I know for a fact that my twin brother will probably watch this clip, and this really, really applies to him as well. And it really, really applies to a lot of people, in whether you're in your 20s, in your late teens, early teens, 30s, 40s, 50s, or even later on in life. It's great to plan and have goals in life, but it's so, so important. And I really try to keep telling myself that you enjoy the journey of getting there as well. So that has really, really got a lot off my chest, and I feel a lot more lighter in a way. And of course, we all know that it's not just as simple as that and it's gone. We get bogged down and we get really stressed and worried about things all the time. But I've done this clip which I can keep coming back to, and I can really feel quite positive. And I really, really enjoyed doing this clip, and I really, really enjoyed going through the things which worry me and stress me out as well. Really, really feel quite positive at the moment, and really, really feel quite happy. Moving into the summer months as well, which of course really, really helps. Everybody seems so much more sort of happier in the summer months, I always believe. When the weather's shining, sun's shining outside, and it's a bright blue sky, it almost immediately makes you feel much more better about things as well. So as I say, I really, really enjoyed this clip on my channel. Thank you for watching, and you know what? Until next time, really try and stay positive. Really, really try and enjoy the small things in life towards your end goal. If you've got that big successful thing setting out in your mind, or that goal in life, enjoy the small things in life as well. It's so, so, so important. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we will be along shortly with lots of all different clips I'm hoping to cover. But until next time, we will see you then. Thanks very much. Bye bye.